Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 483, where Drew and myself will be telling you about comics originally releasing November the 14th, 2018. But before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, guess what?
What?
Sorry, I caught you off guard there, didn't I? We've got yet another 5-star review and rating from one of our listeners. And of course, the closer we get to the end of the year, getting 10... How many of them did we want?
We wanted to try to get double digits by the end of the year.
Double digits by the end of the year. Then we will be giving away some free comics to those.
We're going to give away a free comic anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to definitely give away a signed Spider-Man. If we get to 10, Eric's kicking in something.
That's right.
A 1 in 25 from Cowabunga. And... well, we were talking about some other things. You might throw in one of your children.
Absolutely.
We'll make a nice little prize package. So,
yeah.
But we'd love to get to 10, so we can kick in that extra incentive for you, which would be kind of fun.
Absolutely. So we did get one more. We got one from our good friend Soulbrig.
Soulbrig.
Yeah. Says, hi guys, love your podcast. I just recently got back into comics after many years away from the hobby. I have a long commute to work and enjoy listening every Monday morning on my way in. It really makes the trip enjoyable. Thanks for all the time and work you guys both put in every week. Cheers. And he calls us his Monday morning superheroes, so I like that.
Wow, that's pretty sweet.
So thank you so much, Soulbrig.
Poor Soulbrig gets it on. Okay, he gets our information on Monday, and he has on his drive into work. He still has a couple hours to FOC.
There you go.
So so he just gets in under the wire, and then he still has a couple of days before Wednesday. So yeah, it makes sense.
Or he fast forwards through the FOC and just listens to the new stuff.
No. Nobody would do that. It's all gold.
That's right.
Glenn Clark says, on one of your recent podcasts, a listener asks if they need any background going into the new creative team's run on Aquaman. In the Drowned Earth one-shot, something happens to Aquaman that directly shapes the direction of the book going forward. Just thought I would pass that along. Who was that? Was that Michael Lamb that asked that? Do you remember?
I do not remember off the top of my head.
Maybe it was Mike.
Is it that Arthur now goes by Art, a la Nightwing?
I don't know. But he didn't spoil it, which was nice, and I don't know what it is. So, anyway, listener who asked that question, if you're listening, maybe look up that one shot because something happens to Aquaman that directly shapes the direction of the book going forward. So now you know. You have that ammo. See, Steve Haskane says, and he was not alone. A lot of people sent us this. But Steve Haskane says, have you seen the Yasmine Putri cover B for Nightwing 54?
Yeah.
Exclamation point. We got a lot of that people looking out for Kyle to make sure he's aware that there's some hot variants coming up for his boy.
That there's a light at the end of my tunnel as far as my just utter disgust at my DC cover beats for my Nightwing. But yeah, we've bantied about a few times about some of these covers, and the really awesome looking cover for the upcoming Nightwing book. It looks like what Putri did on the Red Hood book. It looks very much like I can't remember, was it Red Hood 26 or something like that?
Oh yeah, okay.
So
is that good?
Yes, because I love that
okay.
issue, but I'm wondering if Putri's going to kind of ape the previous covers for Red Hood and do them a la Nightwing. Because if that's the case, then there is a really cool... The next issue was that really dope Red Hood cover. So that's really exciting as well.
So he's just going to reuse his ideas only with different characters.
If you look at the Nightwing cover, it's got like doves coming off in its collar, and it's kind of displacing out, which he did on Red Hood's 26, and then on Red Hood's 27 he did like the silhouette cover of just like the really cool looking one, and I'm really hoping that's what ends up with the next Nightwing cover, and because if they're doing that, I'm all for.
Okay, very cool. We'll have to keep our eye out for that for FOCs and stuff.
Yeah.
Michael Lamb asks, is it me, or has the Walking Dead comic just ran its course? I've fallen behind, and I used to read it the first thing every month, and I need to get caught back up. Crazy that next year they will be getting to issue 200. Michael, you are wrong. You couldn't be wronger. The Walking Dead, I just read the newest one. They are contemplating what to do in this new civilization that they've discovered with a kind of a new governess who has a class system installed in her civilization. It's as good as it's ever been. You got Carl, he's got a couple of ladies on the hook because he's still alive in the comics. And he's got a couple of ladies on the hook, and it looks like he's going to be playing a little back and forth with those ladies. There's all kinds of cool stuff happening still. I don't think it's dropped off at all. I still love the TV show. So maybe that if you don't like the TV show anymore or don't watch the TV show, maybe that has an effect. But I think the comic's still great. Kyle?
Yeah, I'm behind, but yeah, it's still great.
You've also fallen behind.
Yes, I fall behind on everything.
That's true. What are you current on?
Not the TV show, not the comic, not a lot.
Your bills?
I don't know, I have to ask my wife on that one.
The electric bill, is it current?
Yes, I currently have electric.
Yeah. He says Punchline number 1 and Rags number 2 are already on fire. Great picks, you guys. I'm going to need to check out Antarctic Press releases and previews from now on because I missed out on both of these. We also did. So that's why we wanted to point those out, because we missed out on Rags and thought, hey, maybe Punchline could strike again. And Kyle thought maybe Rags could strike again with its second issue. Mm-hmm. And it looks like we were right. Every once in a while we do. We do pull those out. So good stuff right there. Sorry about that. Wolf says, notes from Deadpool issue 6. Deadpool's new villain, Kill Puddle. Ridiculous amusement at its finest. He has to return in the future. Also, Immortal Hulk has the first appearance of Gamma Flight and a body experiment called The First. Also, Suicide Squad, The Black Files has a first appearance, Aladdin. Harley Quinn, first appearance of Minor Disaster. And Green Lantern number 1 has a first appearance, as does Sideways Annual. DC has had a fire week. Nice. Or a hot week. I don't know. I get my emojis confused. Thank you, Wolf, for the tips. Check that. See, he's not all Marvel all the time.
No, not at all.
That was a lot of DC there. Let's see, Mike asks, did you see the new trailer for Deadly Class? It looks epic and true to the comic. Sci-fi looks like this show is done right. I have not seen the new... I saw the original trailer. I don't think I've seen the new one. Have you seen the new one?
I've not seen the new one, but I'm already in, so there's no need to see any more.
Is it out this year or in 2019? Do you know?
2019.
2019. Okay. I'll have to put that in my... I'll have to keep my eye out for that.
Yeah.
Seems like forever ago, Kyle, that we've had numbers, but we got a top 10 for April. We got some preliminary information on the sales numbers. We've got this year's October versus last year. Comics were way up. We sold 5% more comics this year in October than we did last year. I don't know if the weeks were different or what, but way up. Trades were way up, 15% more of those. And year to date, In dollar amounts, we're up a little bit, but what we care about is selling units. So we're not quite there yet, but we're at down just 5% in comics sold, and about the same in trades and graphic novels. So maybe by the end of the year we can eke out a positive sign for 2018 sales.
There you go.
Do you think we can make up 5% units sold in 2 months?
Yes.
I think we can too. I think we can. Again, Marvel sold the most, 38%. DC close behind at 33%. Image did almost 13%, and we'll get to why in a little bit. So they were up almost 3%, 4% sales over last month. So they really rose. IDW almost 4, Dark Horse 2.4, Dynamite 2, Boom 1.5, and everybody else below 1. So our top selling comic of the month was Batman 56. So why was Batman 56 number 1, Kyle?
Because everything else was low.
Because it was a foil cover.
Ah, the foil.
The first foil cover. And number 2 was The Walking Dead number 1 15th anniversary blind bag edition. I would have never guessed that it was the number 2 bestseller of the month. Pretty impressive.
Well, because that's what 20 different. It's technically 20 different books.
I don't know if they're just counting.
I can guarantee that. Well, they're all the same. I'm sure it's just blind bags in general.
You don't think? I think it's just. It says it's just number 1.
There's no way. That's got to be just blind bags.
Yeah, because I don't see any of the other ones in the top
and I can
10.
tell you right now, the number 19 sold better than the number 1.
That was my point. It seemed to me like number 1 would not be the best seller. We'll have to wait a week for the full list to see if Kyle was right or Kyle was wrong. Then we have Spider-Geddon at number 3. We have Batman 57 coming in at number 4. Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider coming in at number 5. Seems like I'm not the only one reading the Spider-Geddon
Just
event.
because Marvel printed a bunch of number 1s doesn't mean anybody gives a rat's about the books.
Well, I do.
Okay.
Number 6, Heroes in Crisis number 2. We got a little Venom number 7 coming in at number 7. Justice League number 10 coming in at 8. Amazing Spider-Man number 7 takes the 9th slot, and Amazing Spider-Man number 8 takes the 10th slot. Kyle.
Yes.
Is this a big week, a big month, or a low month?
This is a low month. Everything on here is low. I have nothing over 100,000.
You're crazy. Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say none.
Okay, so what was Heroes in Crisis number 1?
I don't know.
You have all that stuff.
I know. I can. Give me a minute.
Okay, I'm going to say the top 4 are all over 100,000. I was thinking even Spidey was close. I thought it was in the 90s. I'm going to take the top 4 over 100,000 with that foil pushing Batman 56 to 140.
Okay, Heroes in Crisis number 1 was 140,000.
Yeah.
Standard Marvel attrition is 40%.
Yeah. But it's a limited series, though.
Batman 55 was 105,000. This will be lower than those. It will
No.
be under
No,
100.
I think the foils will push them up.
No.
Yeah. We'll see. So you're saying none of them are?
Yep.
So what is Batman then, like a 98?
Yeah.
For you?
It's just barely missing.
Okay. All right. We look on the dollar sales charts instead of unit sales chart. We don't really have.
And Walking Dead goes away.
Walking Dead goes away because it's a $3 book. But we do get an appearance by the Venom Annual in its place, which is kind of interesting. As we look for top trades in graphic novels, Batman White Knight debuts at the top spot. Well deserved.
Absolutely. Great trade.
We've got Wonder Woman Earth 1, Volume 2. My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies, hardcover from Image. Man, was that a straight trade original graphic novel? I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
Batman Volume 7, The Wedding. Gideon Falls, Volume 1, Black Barn. Isola, Volume 1. Wick Div, Volume 7. Death or Glory, Volume 1.
Good Image showing it in the trades again.
Again, yeah.
And that's without a Saga or a Walking Dead.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
We got Avengers by Jason Aaron and Batman and Justice League manga. That's interesting. Let's see. Marvel shipped 95 comics in the month to DC's 78 and Image's 78. That tells you a little bit about why they won. So, sold almost 20. They shipped almost 20 more comics than DC, and really only took the lead by a couple of percentage points. So, I guess DC is per average title selling much stronger.
But the Marvel method: try to sell 100 comics, make them about $5 a piece, win.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. It seems to be working. We had 526 total comics shipped, 440 trades and graphic novels shipped for over 1,000 items for the month. No one person can read that much. It's not possible, right?
No, it's not at all.
That's like 30. That's like 30 things a day, right?
Yeah.
30 things a day every day for the whole month.
And then you're caught up.
Then start over. Amazing. Anything else about our top 10 that piques your interest, Kyle?
Nothing. I can't wait to see the actual numbers hopefully next week.
Yeah, we're way apart on this. So we'll see who's closer.
Mm-hmm.
Should be interesting. If you want to take a quick look at the FOC, lead us through that.
Of course, Drew, when I say FOC, I mean the final order cutoff. Drew and I like to peruse the FOC, which is our last chance to order these books to get them on the day that they release, instead of having to ask for a reorder or chase them down at LCSs or the secondary market. The reason that these become even more interesting is because we're getting a lot more covers that we didn't get in previews, a lot more artists that we didn't know in previews, and there's a lot more books that are FOC only. So again, this is something we like to look at to make sure you're not going to miss something, because you have things that are about 6 weeks out that you can decide at the last second to add to your orders. And there's some new stuff on here that you may not have seen within a previews, and we just want to make sure you guys have the opportunity to get those and do not miss them, because then you have to buy them from people like me and Drew.
Yes.
And of course,
what?
Go ahead.
No, Eric didn't think we were doing a very good job, so he's now selected 4 items to highlight during the FOC, and made a fancy HTML email out of it to show us up. That's what he's doing. He's showing us up, Kyle.
It's working. It looks great.
Oh yeah, he's doing a great job. So what did he pick this time?
All right. The 4 that he has featured are Deathstroke number 38, the Francisco Matina book. Looks awesome. The Joshua Middleton cover for Martian Manhunter number 1. Really good looking. Defenders Silver Surfer. I don't know what issue that is necessarily. Ron Garney on the cover, I believe. And Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1, the Brian Stelfreeze cover.
All very nice.
Yes, very nice.
Very, very nice.
All right, Drew. As we look through the FOC, we'll start and see what Dark Horse has to offer.
I don't remember what LaGuardia was. It's okay. It's that artist or that writer, Nendi Okorafor.
A very modern story of immigration. $5.
$5. It's a burger book though, and Karen Burgers does good stuff. So only $2.50 if you order FOC.
There you go. Anything else through Dark Horse?
The cover A for Sword Daughter is a Greg Smallwood, and it's a lovely Greg Smallwood cover.
Actually, that is really cool.
Greg Smallwood, of course, helped bring Moon Knight back to the fore with his run a couple of volumes ago.
Yep, he was able to push it to 200 and not an issue more.
You remember Moon Knight?
Yeah. He's starting to slip from my memories.
It's been so long.
And of course, we're getting our FOC directly from Cowabunga Comics. If you have an FOC that does not do, or if you have an LCS that does not do the FOC, feel free to reach out to Eric at Cowabunga Comics and get on this list. Even if you're not going to order from Cowabunga, it's nice to know what's available. Maybe you can go into your LCS and say, hey, add one of these on to me or get one of these. And if your LCS says, no, we don't do that kind of thing, give Cowabunga a call.
Yeah, you can currently just get on the email list by sending Eric, ERIC, at cowabungacomics.com, Cowabunga with a K, an email. In the future episodes, we'll have a small bit.ly link that you can just click and go and sign up for it, make it a little easier for you in the future. Didn't get that done for this show, but we'll get that done and start putting that in the show notes for you guys.
There you go. And for the FOC, I've moved on to DC, and of course, there is the Mattina version of Batman 60. Really cool looking Bane and Penguin on top of that.
Nice.
And he featured out there's that Deathstroke that he talked about earlier.
They're all pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the Carrie Andrews Green Arrow.
And go ahead.
That's Julie Benson and Shauna Benson, who we met at C2E2 a couple years ago. They're really, really nice writers.
Yeah, they were doing Birds of Prey at the time, I believe.
I need to get back in and check this out and see what they're doing with the character, because I've tried to get into Green Arrow over and over again, and it hasn't kept me for long term. Sometimes for runs or volumes.
Yeah, you jumped in for the Jeff Lemire run back in the New 52 and a couple things.
Yeah, and there was another writer that you were reading for a longest time. That when they were writing it, I can't remember who that was.
I can't remember off the top of my head either.
Venditti? Venditti, maybe?
That sounds right.
Yeah. And so, I want to give that a shot.
Did you get a chance to give Grant Morrison's Green Lantern #1 a shot?
No. It came out, Wednesday?
Yeah,
I haven't read yet.
I heard a lot of good things about it. Some people were saying very good things. So if you picked it up in shop and didn't get a chance to place it on your order, you can still LCS the next one. Mm-hmm. There is a dope Mattina cover B. Get that one.
And does Liam Sharp do the cover A?
Yep.
We got Frank Cho on the Harley, do you think, still? Yeah,
yep.
That's nice. Nice.
Jai Lee doing the cover B for Justice League, but we still do not have the image for that one. But I do love Jai Lee covers.
There's a new talent showcase for 2018 coming out. These are, of course, our graduates of the DC Talent Development Workshop. I think Scott Snyder was originally involved in that. I don't know if he still does it, but, kind of teaching the DC method to the next set of writers who hopefully will get some books in the future. This year's crop is Philip Kennedy Johnson, Joey Esposito, Sonia Anwar, Ryan Cady, Magdalene Visaggio, and Robert Jeffrey Lee. and they are going to be taking on Batman, Catwoman, John Constantine, Wonder Woman, Zatanna, and more.
And more.
I always like these. It's kind of cool to see new writers take on some of these characters, and we'll see what they do. But it's an investment. It's $8. Of course, you'll be able to get it through Cowabunga for a much lower price, probably $4. I'm guessing, yeah, about for 50% off. And this is your last chance to do so at the discounted rate.
Nightwing 54. Of course, we're talking about the Yasmin Putri B cover.
There it is.
Got to get it. Support good art. So let people know that now that Nightwing has really nice cover Bs, more people are going to buy them.
Now, are you still? Were you still buying both covers anyway?
No, I stopped. I drew a line at the sand right when the book started to get good. So now I have to go find them.
So are we adding a 1 on this 54 B cover for you?
Yeah, we're adding an A and a B.
Oh, did you drop it all together?
Yep.
Wow, you had pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
I know.
And then we also have the Putri red. Is it Petrie? Putri.
Yeah.
Red Hood B cover as well.
Yeah, for that. Yeah, for issue 29, a really good Batwoman and Red Hood. Very cool cover.
Now this Sasquatch Detective, I think, is all the stories that were in the back of. Were they in the back of Exit Stage Left? Maybe the Snagglepuss thing. Yeah,
I'm not gonna know the answer to that one.
And they were terrible. So I'm not going. I'm not going to be getting this. It was not as bad as in the backups for Scooby Apocalypse. There was like like a squirrel thing, where there was like a squirrel hitman or something. It was super dumb. So it wasn't that bad, but it's not
not worth it.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Your mileage may vary, and it's $8 as well.
There you go. That's all for me in DC, sir.
Yeah. Let's move on.
All right, we got IDW.
Do we?
We have it, and it's gone. Nothing for me in there. Image has Blackbird 3, Bully Wars 4.
The Blackbird 3 has this is a Hero Initiative variant?
Oh, yeah.
Is that just this? They just stamp the Hero Initiative on the cover? Or is it actually something new?
It looks like it's just a stamp for it. And I assume money goes towards Heroes Initiative based on sales.
There's a 1 in 10 Dead Rabbit incentive cover for issue 3?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know, because Tula Lote drew one.
I mean, that's crazy.
And they have Heroes Initiative as well.
But it's not that. It's not that.
No, that's a third cover.
Interesting. 1 in 10 for an issue 3 of a Image comic selling what? 15,000 copies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Drew. Go ahead.
We have Die.
That's what I was going to talk about. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Karen Gillan writing, Stephanie Hans, according to Previews World, on art. The Wicked and Divine writer Karen Gillan teams up with artist Supernova Stephanie Hans, who we know from some of the Wicked and Divine 1831s and Journey to Mystery, for her first ongoing comic. Die is a pitch Black Friday, where a group of 40-something adults have to deal with the returning unearthly horror they barely survived as teenage role players. If Karen's in a rush, she described... What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Goth Jumanji. That's what he wrote.
Nice. We got Freeze #1. Okay, the world freezes. Everybody's frozen except for one dude. And that person has to try to unfreeze everybody. Sound awesome? It has a Hero Initiative variant as well, which is just to stamp again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different art, and then it's stamped with Heroes Initiative, and again, I'm assuming money goes to the Heroes Initiative with that, those kind of things.
Okay, that's a Phil Sevy cover, and it's just okay.
Yeah, I actually really like the A cover better.
Yeah.
Prodigy #1. Lots of Raphael Albuquerque covers. Holy crap.
And then a Frank Quitely.
And a Quietly. And this is Mark Millar.
He didn't even finish Magic Order yet. God, I love Frank Quitely. Love his stuff, man. It's awesome. I'm assuming I caught that in during the normal cycle and ordered it.
There you go.
I would assume I did.
Man, there's a lot of image #1s on this thing. Self-Made #1 by Matt Groom.
What's that about?
Oh, I just clicked off it, dang it.
That's all right.
And I'm assuming these Heroes Initiative covers are FOC only, because I don't remember seeing them in the previews.
This is the Walking Dead second to last.
The penultimate anniversary cover.
Anniversary cover. This is a Negan.
That's nice. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, good. Because I'll have 36 of these sons of bean eaters when I'm done with them.
But you got a nice 12-issue resale run.
Do I? We'll see. We'll see.
Sit on down to see what Marvel has.
What's that Delato look like? Pretty good.
Very good Doctor Doom cover.
So that's a what's this, a regular $2.39 with discount cover.
Yep.
Delato. That's pretty nice.
Yep, just part of the Fantastic Four series, the Fantastic Four villains. Black Order #2. Defenders Doctor Strange #1. Jerry Duggan writing Defenders Doctor Strange. Defenders Silver Surfer #1.
That's with the young variant.
Jason Latour writing Defenders Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four Wedding Special with an Art Germ cover.
And a Marcos Martin cover, which pwns your Art Germ.
Yep. Because the Art Germ one is She-Hulk. If you like She-Hulk, do that. Miles Morales Spider-Man #1.
Did he pick the Torque cover? Is that the one he picked?
Yes. No, he did the #1, Brian Stelfreeze.
So Lee Garbett. I like that.
Torque cover is really cool. Yeah, Lee Garbett. And we're continuing with the Star Wars Age of the Republic #1s. This is the Darth Maul #1.
Big fan, you are?
I do like me some Darth Maul.
True Believers are just Fantastic Four issues I don't care about.
Yep.
Don't care about Typhoid Fever Iron Fists. Nope, that's it for me in Marvel.
There you go.
There's Wizard Beach, though. That was a C4 Fat pick, spec pick a while ago. So you have another bite at the apple. If you missed it.
Now, you were jumping on some hack and slash stuff at one point. Are you going to jump in on hack and slash versus chaos?
I really enjoyed reading it. I mean, they're not worth anything, but it's a really fun read.
Yeah. Tim Seeley will be writing it.
Yes, yeah, and Tim said he didn't write the last one, and I really enjoyed it without him. So I hope I like him doing it as much as I like the other person.
Holy Action Lab.
Are we done with Dynamite?
Yeah.
Boy, they like their Dollface covers.
They may just be FOCing everything for the month in one given FOC.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Wow, there is a ton of Action Lab. You weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Moth and Whisper from Aftershock and Walk Through Hell from Aftershock. Those are both really, really good books.
Mm-hmm.
Another Greg Smallwood on Vampironica, number 5. Billionaire Killers from Black Mask. We make a big deal out of this before?
It's weird covers. I can't really get a finger on what it's going to be like. Seems like it's all over the place.
Cal Exit number 4? What? From June 2017. You get a chance to get that. Oh my gosh, it's been a while.
Classic Black Mask comics.
I actually thought they had aborted to trade with the 3rd issue because I think the trade was just 3 issues. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's good. That's good. When is it actually? Okay, so it's coming out December 5th?
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Dismantlers, also by Black Mask. Area Backey and Ashley Woods. Sci-fi.
There you go.
Survival Fetish number 5. That's a little delayed, but not too bad. It's been good. We Are Danger is a really good book that's about a band. I like it.
There you go. Down in Titan Comics, we have Breakneck number 1 from their hard case crime novels.
So that's a $5.99.
You got it.
Dwayne Szczerzinski, whose 15-year-old daughter just passed away. That's really sad news.
Oh my. A perfect thriller for fans of 24, Homeland, and Falling Down.
Well, I love the hard case crime, so probably check that out. Some Zenoscope stuff.
That's all for me.
Yep. A lot of good stuff in there. Check that out.
Yeah, big FOC. A lot of options in there. Now that the FOC is over, Drew, let's over to previewsworld.com. Let's click on new releases. Let's find November 14th, 2018. And Drew, let's start where we love to start. Let's start in Image.
Well, we've got the 25th issue of Beauty, which, as you know, I am a super fan of.
Uh-huh.
You okay?
Yep.
I getting seepy?
Yep.
You getting seepy?
Yep. Been a long day.
Let's see. We got Bitter Root. A whole bunch of covers of Bitter Root. That's David Walker and Chuck Brown with Sanford Green.
Mike Mignola on the cover B.
I think I read the some of the preview pages on this, and it was pretty good. And a Virgin variant.
Yeah.
The 4th issue of Hey Kids Comics. I'm a big fan of that. Read the first issue of Juke Joint. Its second issue's out. It's really good.
Murder Falcon #1 going to a second print, and issue 2 coming out with its FOC only cover B heavy metal variant.
How did that first heavy metal variant do?
I don't know. It's cool.
I don't think we ever selected that as a pick, but I know we had talked about it. And Marcos Martin cover B for the Weatherman. I think I mentioned this during the FOC cycle. He didn't really try that hard.
All right, let's hit them down and see what Dark Horse has for us. Of course, I talked earlier about God of War #1. It's a 4-issue miniseries based on the reboot of God of War on the PlayStation game. A brand new set of stories set in the world of Sony's video game God of War.
No. No.
I said a no.
I want to take a break from video game comics.
I mean, we made some good money on Bloodborne.
What? True.
We made some good money on Dark Souls. We've done well with some of these. So
True.
Screw you. I think God of War #1 is a great option because in this iteration of God of War, they spent way more time on story than they did on the previous ones.
I was thinking this was going to be the miss, so it was time to skip one. But maybe I'm wrong.
Folks, let's not listen to Drew on these things.
No, I
The last
still play
console
it.
Drew brought was the PlayStation 1.
I have a hand-me-down Xbox 360 from my brother, or I wouldn't have, and that's as close as I have to next gen. Oh, Catwoman, that's so good.
We've skipped IDW completely and gone to DC.
I have, yes. I'm done with.
Yeah, that's that really nice art germ variant. The Electric Warriors #1. I don't know who these people are. Steve Orlando's writing it. It's a no.
It's a pass.
I love the cover. The Carl Kerschel cover for Flash 58, the B cover.
Isn't that great?
I love that. I don't. It's just cool.
And the final issue of Mr. Miracle. With an interesting variant. Kind of a cool look. Plastic Man. I could have told you that was going to be a mini.
Surprise, surprise. Gail Simone is not writing a long term on that one. Man, going from Art Germ to Amanda Connor on these Supergirl B covers is just a lot. Another great Jenny Frison Wonder Woman B. We saw the one that she did a couple months ago, triple in price on the secondary market.
There's your boy Yasmin Putri on the Titans variant.
Also on the Red Hood variant.
That's probably it for DC.
By the way, Yasmin Putri, a woman. I said it wrong the first time and never corrected myself.
Yasmin, probably, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. I said it wrong and then I just wanted to make sure I got that right. Since that black cat. No, that was a different one.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I did the same thing. They're okay.
Yeah, not bad at all. The Black Order #1. We talked about that, of course, being the Cull Obsidian, and it's not given too many of the names and things.
There's no money to be made on Uncanny X-Men as an $8 book, right?
Heck no. Yeah, it's crazy. Who is Superlog?
Where you see that?
Cosmic Ghost Rider 5 Superlog variant with cover by Superlog.
That J. Scott Campbell you wanted from for Venom 8.
Let me see. You've gone down quite a bit.
It's beautiful. Good call.
Yes, that is a really cool cover.
That's it for me and Marvel.
Yeah, I got nothing else as well. Down to Dynamite.
I like the Jai Lee Shadow #1. I hope it's not $193.10.
Yes, these are remarked specialty versions of Shadow #1, so those are not things that I am in the market for.
Is it really that much?
Yeah, these are reissues of these are the yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, remarks of Arctics by Alex Ross.
That's a $500 one. Dang.
Yeah.
What's he charge for a sketch at a show?
I don't know. Jiley signed and numbered. Let's head on down to Boom.
There's your Firefly.
Yeah.
And you were interested in that Jock Incentive variant, I remember.
Absolutely. That is cool looking. Yeah, that is a great looking Jock Incentive variant on that. Absolutely. Head on down to the back half. Some more smaller publishers. Let's see what we got back there.
Captain Ginger. Was that a Ahoy Comics? I did not like that. But I did enjoy High Heaven from Ahoy Comics. I thought that was really good.
We have Comics Quarterly #1 from SBI, Starburns Industries. We've talked about them several times.
Oh, yeah.
We have written by, let's see, there's Patton Oswald, Jackie Cashian, Elliot Rahal, Sarah Benincasa, Carolyn May, and Rose Matefo are among some of the writers on this thing. It looked like Patton Oswald is doing something. Maybe it's Mystery Science Theater 3000. I can't tell.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which one was Friendo?
Oh, we liked that.
Yeah, we did. Went to a second print, and issue 2's out.
So Tap Dance Killer #3. Second printing of Wrong Earth. That's another Ahoy Comics.
Although Drew is avoiding any video game related comics, I will point out Life is Strange #1 from Titan Comics.
I wondered what that was a sequel to.
It's not a sequel, it's a video game.
It says the sequel story.
Yeah, so like this is picking up after the game, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not. So this isn't a pre-existing comic. It's a pre-existing property.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. This is one I think you were high on before.
Yeah, it's really well done story. Very good narrative.
Oh, the Friendo second print is an homage to the Daredevil cover.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I am a sucker for homage covers.
Very true. Here is that Tap Dance Killer #3. We talked about 4 earlier. That's all I got, sir.
Alrighty.
Drew's the point of the podcast where I ask you for your pick of the week. What's your one book to go back and make sure you get to your LCS right when the door is open, drop in the top loader, and know that it is going to be the next Rags #1?
Well, I should have listened to you when you said Sight Unseen. A J. Scott Campbell for cover is the way to go. So I'm going to go with the Venom 8 J. Scott Campbell variant cover B because it is really, really pretty.
There you go. And I am going with God of War #1 from, was it Dark Horse? Yeah, from Dark Horse Comics. Part of a 4-issue mini. Chris Robertson.
Yeah.
So
if I was going with a video game, I'd go with the Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Several covers
nicer
on the Life is Strange. I do like the cover A on those as well, but I like the God of War #1. This is the point of the podcast where we are done, and we want to say thank you for tagging along with us all the way through this. Thank you for being along with Drew and myself. If you disagree with our picks this week, feel free to shoot us an email, drop a line in our Facebooks, send us some tweets on Twitter, or maybe a comment on Instagram. All those things are available, and they can all be found at comicsfunprofit.com. Of course, if you're with us on iTunes, make sure you leave us a nice 5-star rating and review. We get enough of those, and we will shovel some comics out to you, the listener. And we very much appreciate everything you guys do to help make our ratings and reviews go up and make us climb higher in the podcasting ranks. Thank you once again. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.